I am who I am. Not perfect, just me. To understand that is to be finally free. Hi, I am Giselle Rowe, and I wrote these words in my early 30s, almost exactly half my life ago. Prior to that time, I had been desperately searching for who I was and an identity of my own. I had married young and gone from being someone's daughter to someone's wife, and then someone's mother. Everything I did was what I thought others wanted me to do, and I felt like I had no identity in my own right, and yet I yearned for it desperately. I didn't have any goals or ambitions, and I'd never known what I wanted to be when I grew up. If truth be told, that last bit never changed. But in my late 20s and early 30s, I did change. People who know me now would hardly recognize the early 20-something me. Whilst I had progressed in my career through hard work, dedication, and mostly street smarts, I always grew bored within a year or two of every job. But in my mid to late 20s, I had fallen into IT consulting as a career and was fortunate to have an awesome mentor who believed in me much more than I believed in myself. He constantly challenged me with consulting assignments that were new, exciting, and often quite scary. He gave me the opportunity and support to try my hand at a range of engagements that I had never dreamed of. In the beginning, I was full of self-doubt. Can I do this? I don't know anything about this thing or that thing. What if I fail? And so on. But as I embarked on each new challenge, I found I could do it with less and less help and support required. And I was good at it. But better still, I enjoyed the variety and I was never bored anymore. During this time, I was often described as driven or ambitious, and many other words that didn't actually describe me at all. I realized that all I wanted to do was the best I was capable of. Now, if that is ambition, then maybe I was ambitious. But I didn't set out to change the world or be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. None of those things ever crossed my mind. I was still trying to find myself and my place in the world, and there was still something fundamental in me lacking. I still felt trapped, trying to be what I thought others wanted. But at the same time, I knew that it isn't actually possible to really know what anyone else wants, so who was I really kidding? And finally, the penny dropped. I am who I am. I'm not perfect. I'm just me. And the sense of freedom that gave me was amazing. Ever since, I have always tried to be true to who I am, not what I imagine anyone else wants me to be. Although as a consultant, there is always a bit of doing what is expected of you. But in the end, my honesty and forthrightness have usually held me in good stead. People appreciate knowing that they always know where they stand and they can trust you. My values have remained the same ever since. Honesty, integrity, and having consideration for others and being myself no matter what. Over the years, I have been fortunate to be in a position to mentor many other people. Some specifically, like through Mentor It Forward, and others just by working alongside them or as their leader, and sometimes without even knowing it. One of the best compliments I ever received as a result is something I have heard a few times now, but when I was first told it, I was very, very surprised. This was from a woman I had worked with for about a year in my late 30s. Many years later, she told me that even now, when she has a difficult decision to make, she always thinks, what would Giselle do? And then she has her answer, which has always proved to be the right decision. I had no idea that I had made such a big impression, but it made me realize that I have to continue to stay true to my values always, because you never know who is watching you, learning from you, and taking those lessons forward into their own life. As a woman in leadership roles, it became even more important to show others the importance of self and to support them in their dreams, to give them the necessary support for where they are in their journey. Without my own sense of self, it would not have been possible to provide guidance to others. So, I just want to leave you with some key points. You are awesome. Believe in yourself and be true to yourself always. Believe me, it feels good. And know that when others are watching, they are learning from the best of you. Thank you.